Hey guys, today I'm going to be showing you how to fix your Ddjsx on Pioneer. So right before you start to continue watching this video, I highly recommend to search Ddjsx disassembly on YouTube, because opening up this kind of electronic involves skill and a delicate kind of hand. As you see right in this video, I already took out the deck B Platter or the Jogwheel of the Ddjsx, because for me, this is the portion that is not working. You need to have a lot of patience and a lot of care involving this type of job, because as far as I'm concerned, there's no room for errors. And by this tutorial, it is the best feeling that you already fix your own DJ controller by yourself and use it again as pristine as brand new. So without further ado, let's do this. So as an introduction, I have to show you how the capacitors work on this kind of Jogwheel. Unfortunately for the Ddjsx and mostly other Pioneer products that doesn't involve pressure plates like CDJs, it is important to be aware of how this thing works out. So basically, on simple explanation, CDJ works out on pressure plates, and this one is same on the touchscreen on your cell phone. So it reacts on static electricity. So the first thing you need is a tester. Put it into one case so we can assess the conductivity between the wires itself. So we're going to be testing the connections between the Jogwheel and the chipset of the deck A, because this is going to be our reference as we speak. And this is the ones that are working, because most of the Pioneer products like this one, the underlying problem is always on the Jogwheels. As you see, the way I troubleshoot this one is by linking the positive to the copper tube that is linked on the Jogwheel A itself. As you see, it's working as it conducts electricity. So as you see, we're gonna be testing the B deck of the Pioneer Ddjsx, and by linking the tester on the copper tube on the other side of the Jogwheel B itself, you see that the result not working. At this moment, I realized that the platter itself is not connecting to the controller. So this wire right here is where you're gonna troubleshoot the connection between the platter and the copper tube itself that rotates the whole Jogwheel. So what you're going to do is to push the wire so it will link to the platter itself, because it's made of aluminum, by the way. And eventually, as you squeeze the needle of the tester inside, the dirt will come out and it will start to conduct your static electricity when you put it all back together. I believe it's also a part of the Pioneer's marketing strategy to reservice your Ddjsx or any other DJ equipment, mostly because the link between the platter and the sensor wire is not soldered. So theoretically speaking, after 4 to 5 years of having a Pioneer product in your workstation, the first thing that will be covered in dust is the sensor of the Jogwheel itself and the pad that you're using. Now, as you see, as I linked the positive and the negative to the copper tube and to the metal plate, it works really well. Now that I see it's working, it is time for me to test it out. So after I put it all back together, we will enter the factory mode settings of the Pioneer Ddjsx. You can enter the factory mode by holding Shift 1 plus power on. So at this time, the only way to test it out is by holding the static electricity between your fingers and the controller itself. So as you see on the screen, the A deck is working perfectly. We will see the result as we test the B deck. So if my assumption was correct, it will definitely be conducting static electricity. As you see right here on the screen, it's perfectly working. Both decks are perfectly working. So this is how you troubleshoot a Jogwheel problem in the Pioneer Ddjsx, and entering the factory mode to dry run the troubleshoot without PC. If I help you out, please like and subscribe to my channel. It's me, Sandelmo. Thanks for watching.